cut, and I had gone to a lot of trouble in order to give myself 10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace of Spades. In fact, I accused him of cheating. I think you might have done the same thing. And I told him to turn his cards over. He did, and sure enough, they were from a different pack to all of these. And I pulled out a pistol, and I was just about to shoot him when he said, "Wait a moment, you've been cheating." I didn't understand what he meant. I said, "All my cards are blue. There's no problem with my cards." He said, "But look at the pack." So I looked at the pack. He said, "Turn it over." I turned it over. And sure enough, the pack was from a different pack. So he shot me. I am a ghost. So, this in fact is another exercise in how to do a bad second deal with all the misdirection you want. You also need a setup. I'll explain the setup. I've got basically a red pack from which I removed the red royal flush in spades. I've also got a blue royal flush in spades with an odd card, and these are alternated at the top of the pack. So, leaving this one aside, here are my blue and red royal flushes alternated. I like to have them running in different orders, but it doesn't matter seriously. But from the other side, as you can see, the colours are alternating. Top card is blue, one extra card which is also blue. The value is of no importance, and those are on top of the pack. And you tell your story about this strange poker game you got into, and you're going to deal the cards face up to the spectator. So you do a bit of a necktie deal. My second deal is appalling. I call it a top glide. But you've got all the misdirection in the world, because immediately a high card goes down. I then like to say, can I deal mine face down so that they see, again, blue card moving against blue card? You carry on, and the way that hand is growing over there, nobody is going to look at the way in which you are taking the cards off the pack. So he's got his royal flush in spades. Now you're down to one card, that odd card whose value didn't matter, on top of the pack. So you'd explain how you had gone to a lot of trouble to provide your own royal flush in spades. You accuse him of cheating. You turn his cards over. They are all red. At this point, you squeeze the top card off and take a little break. You pick up your own cards and show that they're blue. At this point, apparently, you're just emphasizing that his cards are a different color to all the others. But naturally, you square these up. You take off the card above the break. You've stolen the odd card that was on top of the rest of the pack. They're down there. Of course, you don't show that. So you talk about how you took out your pistol and was about to shoot him when he says, "You're cheating." And you count 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't matter precisely how you do the false count. You count 6 cards as 5, which means that the extra card has been removed from the face, and the card on the face is now one of the flush, and you can gesture more freely. And he tells you to look at the pack, to turn the pack over, and the pack is now all matching his cards, not yours. So you put your cards away and you're clean. Now, in this next trick, I'm going to make use of the handkerchief, but it comes in a bit later. I've got here a mixture of red and black cards. I'll just check up what I've got. They go black, red, black, red, black, red, black, red, alternating red and black. Now, it's an easy matter to get at the card at the bottom or to get at the card at the top. Getting at any of the cards in the middle is much more difficult, and that's where the handkerchief comes in. Because I'm going to wrap the cards in the handkerchief. Fairly tightly like that. And now, would you like the red or the black?
I'll take the black.
You'll take the black, okay. Whichever you choose. There's a couple of black. We need a couple more. There's another black. There are your black.
Thank you very much.
We've got the reds. So this is just a combination of two old tricks. Oil and water done with a biddle plus classic card-through handkerchief. You start by taking out a mixture of alternate black and red, but I had them already set when I was going through the first time. If you're starting from scratch, you go through and you look for a pair, red and black, red and black, red and black. There's a pair, red and black. Not making too much of the fact that they're alternating because you want to have the excuse for going through to emphasize them, and the rest of the pack can go away. And now, you display one card. The next one you take a break underneath. Straight, break, take. As you take the third card, you've stolen the second. Break. So far, it's been straight, break, steal, break. Steal again, and then let the ones under your right hand break and the face card go back together, and then the last two straight, and you can let them spread. This is now the state of affairs in truth. 3 of one colour, 3 of another, and then 2 at the front. So, now you talk about how it's easy to get at the card at the face, and you do a glide. The card at the top, hard to get at the cards in the middle, and the card that you glid out, if that is the correct past participle, goes back on top. And you also make sure that you can take a break under the top 4 cards. And as you square up and you direct attention to the handkerchief, you simply palm off the cards above the break, pick up the handkerchief, shake it up, and dive your hand underneath. Place these cards on, wrap up. Actual state of affairs, there are the 4. The way I like to do the wrapping is to fold under on my near side, fold under on the far side. Now, if I turned over, these cards would probably show, so I keep my fingers over while I'm twisting around. And now you're ready. You can offer a choice of red or black. If they ask for red, those are the ones inside the handkerchief. And you say, if I gave you the handkerchief, you'd have both red and black. So before I give you the handkerchief, I must remove the black, and you pull out the black. If, on the other hand, they choose the black, then you just go ahead and pull out the black. Sometimes they stick together, particularly at this time of day. It still looks good. And now you're clean. And you can show the remaining red. I think 2 of my greatest thrills in those days, apart from, of course, from the Di Vernon lecture, were Shannon Pollock appearing professionally in England and in London to start with, And also, in those days, the Magic Circle had a monthly stage concert in a YMCA hall in the middle of London. And on one of these, out of nowhere, appeared this man who we hadn't heard of, Neil Foster doing his Zombie. And he got a standing ovation. And, as I say, we hadn't heard of him. And that was marvellous.